Good evening. My name is Roderick, and welcome to this year's Animalogic Halloween special. Ooh! Now, I'm not the usual face you expect to see in this type of video, but, I'm here for a very important reason. This is not your normal Animalogic Halloween special. No. This is meant to, shall I say, promote something. Is a feature film with these characters coming in the near future. So please, enjoy the show.
Good evening. So, we have a tradition here at Animalogic, as most YouTubers do, and that tradition is a Halloween special. Now, I don't know about you, but I love a Halloween special just as much as the next guy. But this Halloween, things are going to be a little bit different. For you see, this is not an ordinary Halloween. This is not the typical shenanigans that we do around this time of year. Things are going to get a lot more, shall I say, horrific. Very, very fast. Tonight's very special Halloween episode of Animalogic. Join us as we give you a very special look at Animalogic, the monster movie. Now, why the fuck are you still rolling the film? Dude, just show the clips, all right? Show the spooky Halloween clips so that we can just... Okay, you know what? Why even bother? Why even bother? There was an idea to make a silly, gory horror film filled with scares, laughs, and songs. And the conceit behind this horror film was simple. What if we combined all of the big horror crossovers? That's right. Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, King Kong vs. Godzilla, and Freddy vs. Jason, all combined into one epic horror crossover. Good luck! Along with the cast of Animalogic for some reason. When I told people the initial thought behind the film, I always got the question, why? Why are you making this movie? Why is this the idea you decided to go with? When I was in the 5th grade, my buddy and I, at the time, made a little bet to make a movie in 1 week. I don't remember if it had to be a feature or you could just make a short, but that was the bet. Yeah, he showed me the script and I was shocked by the amount of murder in it, by the amount of people who died in it, by all the gore, and more importantly, I was like, please don't make this movie. Please don't make this. Why is this getting made? This is the dumbest thing. we have ever come up with. Like, as a company, as a group of creatives, this is fucking stupid. And the best idea that I could come up with at the time was combining all the big horror crossovers. That was my idea, and I filmed a little bit of it. It was with me, my stuffed animals. So obviously we're making it. Ultimately, we never ended up finishing our movies, and all the footage that we shot for both of our projects have been lost to the grandstand of time. But that idea to combine horror crossovers, it's never really left my mind. It's always been in the back of my brain for something to do ever since then. Since then, I created Animalogic, and that's been doing decent and gave me a fun thing to do throughout middle school and high school. However, literally, and I do mean literally, right at the start of the pandemic, I get an idea. Because I had just finished the first Animalogic movie, which took a year and a half to make. And so, naturally, I'm thinking, well, I want to do it again. I want to make a second Animalogic movie. But what would it be about? And then suddenly, I got the idea. I want to bring back the horror crossover idea, where I would take the characters from Animalogic and combine them into various different horror crossovers and have like one group of characters be facing off with the Universal monsters, or another group facing off against Godzilla and King Kong, and another group for facing off against Freddy and Jason. And I also decided, fuck it. Let's make it a musical.
Hey, I'm just going to be completely honest with everybody. I was all for that idea. That idea was so bad, it had to work. Like, we're either going to go all in on this or we're going to completely fail. No in-betweens, like, at all, guys.
However, you need more than just a silly, funny idea to make a movie. You need a bunch of idiots to star in it, too. So there was a very interesting process that came to casting Animalogic the Monster movie. We used the characters from the show. Casting was easily the hardest part on my end, because where this is an independent film that I am making in my free time. Oh, jeez, I don't think I want to get interviewed. A lot of this was shot like before I got puberty. Aren't you like 24? Please, I don't want to talk about this movie. I don't like this movie. No. Hi, so I'm the sentient hand that controls all these plushies and puppets. So I don't have a lot going on in my life. I am just a hand. I'm just a normal hand. I need a vacation. I have to work with a lot of people's day-to-day schedules. A lot of the times, more often than not, schedules don't align, especially since I'm also a student who also runs a YouTube channel and has other artistic endeavors and a work-study job. A lot of that has kind of been sort of delaying the process of this film for longer and longer and longer. But easily casting and finding the time to film has been the hardest part, because I'm not too worried about locations or actually being able to film the scenes. The hardest part is really just going to be able to get the right actors. Because throughout this process, I've had several actors in mind that ended up dropping out or have moved away.
I hate that man. He killed my dog.
Among the film's cast of characters, there's one set of characters that reigns supreme above them all. The monsters.
You mean to tell me that this man decided to make a horror movie and I'm not the killer? I'm the fucking devil!
The horror elements of the movie, I always knew that I wanted to mainly keep it vibes based, because I knew that a movie with singing stuffed animals was never really going to be scary. While there are quite a few scenes in this film that you could consider to be horror scenes, none of them you're really meant to be taken seriously, because even the most serious scenes have silly undertones. Not to give away any spoilers, but I think to this one scene of SpongeBob and Patrick that really does encompasses the horror aesthetic of the entire film, that I think really does.
Hey, Jimmy, we wanna talk to you about Animal Logic, the monster movie. Or can you please stop staring directly into the camera like we've never had an interview before? Oh, he's shaking now. He's shaking now. Please get away from the camera. You are way too close. Hello there, people on the TV screens. We're making a movie. Oh my God, Jimmy. Hello.
Plus, like, with the monsters themselves, I was really inspired by what Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein did, where they didn't try to make the monsters funny. The monsters were still serious horror movie villains, and even though, yes, this is a comedy, you are meant to take the monsters seriously as bad guys because, you know, they could kill you. Some of it, to an extent, you're meant to be taken seriously, but for the most part, the horror aesthetics are really just pure vibes, and we're just meant to have fun.
Wait! There are monsters? Ah!
A recent attribute to the Animal Logic series has been its musical numbers. While singing and dancing is not a normal part of the horror genre, it has become a tradition in the series, so it makes sense that for their second feature film, our lovable characters and hateable killers would prepare their voices. So the funny thing about the songs is that I actually always intended for, like, the animalogic version of this film to be a musical, but it wasn't always supposed to be original songs. Yeah, this was supposed to be a jukebox musical at first. Then I just started getting ideas for original songs, especially one to be sung by the Wolfman, and I was just like, fuck, these songs have to be original now.
Man, I don't care what anybody says. I have an awesome singing voice. Fuck you.
The Minion's singing voice is fucking terrible, and I don't know why they gave him a solo.
I wrote all of the songs in the film on top of writing the script and directing it and acting in the film as so many fucking characters.
I love getting the chance to sing and to dance and to be all be pretty and do a little ditty. I can do a little ditty right now. Let me dance. Yeah. Can you believe all my dance scenes were cut?
Also, I can sing. Where's my song? Where's my song?
I don't know if you guys knew this, but making a movie is fucking hard. One of the many reasons why it's hard is finding out where exactly you are going to film your scene and how you're going to do it. So how the hell did this jackass do it? Location scouting is one of those things that I knew was going to be difficult. I kind of wasn't really thinking of logistics. Like, there were some moments where like I just was like writing on the page constantly. I was just like, it's future Ryan's problem. We can figure that out later. Pretty much every single scene, I have worked out the full logistics on how I'm going to shoot it. Whether that be through green screen or through a set that's built that I have access to, or it be like on location in somebody's house that they decide to let me film in, or I shoot it guerrilla style. And the way that I mapped it out is that I actually took all the scenes in the film and I laid them all out and I shot everything that I knew for a fact that I could shoot on my own. That's pretty much what we did.
Let's go.
So most of my scenes were actually shot on location in somebody's office. We didn't really get permission. We just had access to it. It was cool though.
We're not completely done with that process of the film of shooting absolutely everything that I need to shoot. Still need to shoot the ending of the second act of the film in terms of like the scenes where it's just me. But you know, sometimes it can also be kind of hard to keep in track because I've been filming for 2 years at this point. On and off, sometimes I'll go an entire month or two without filming, and scenes will involve other actors, musical numbers, some elaborate fights, some gore. Those are the scenes that we're gonna have to save for later. You know, we have shot some of the more elaborate scenes, including some crucial death scenes, but we are far from done with the principal photography.
Filming this thing has been a nightmare so far. Every time we've tried to film somewhere, we've gotten kicked out because we've used too much cum. We don't even use cum. Kermit just got really horny. Damn right I did. Shut up.
Animalogic the Monster Movie, this has been a passion project of mine for years now, and I hope to get it done by Halloween 2026. I realize saying that means I'm going to have to, at the very least, take a break from the main series, and at the most, put off making videos that aren't stupidly easy so that I can devote the grand majority of my free time away from school and my social life to working on the movie. Similar to how I was able to get the first Animalogic movie out by summer 2019, I think that I can be able to get this film out by Halloween 2026.
Good luck.
We hope that you've enjoyed this wonderfully spooky episode of Animalogic, a very special Halloween presentation, if you will. More to come on Animalogic the Monster Movie in the future. I mean, after all, it is that time of the year. So from all of us at Weird TV, have a happy Halloween.
How the fuck did you get in my house?
Uh-oh, busted!
Love was grand when love was new. Birds were singing, skies were blue. Now